Hey there, and welcome to episode 71 of Cast Reflect. I'm your host Josh, and I'm joined as always by co-host Connell Luke the Truth Jennings.
How do? You right?
How's it going, mate? You alright?
Yeah, going good.
Good. I've got a new mic.
I can hear.
Can you tell?
I can hear.
Can you tell? Can the listeners hear? Can you hear it?
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that close. I do need a mount for it. So if I sound a bit weird this episode, that's why. But we'll go with it. It's absolutely fine. How you been, mate?
Been good. Good. First full week back at work, so pretty battered by that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But left some good time for gaming.
Absolutely, mate. Well, wow, what have you been playing?
I've still been smashing Helldivers 2.
Nice. I've got it downloaded now. By the way, I've got it downloaded.
I'm so on it now.
I know, man. Like, let's play it.
I had a really funny moment that happened in it the other day. So I was carrying an explosive barrel to go and position it to where the enemy were going to come.
Right.
Just set up a little trap.
Yeah.
So I picked it up and started walking, and my guard dog, the little turret that like flies around following you,
The rover, yeah.
just zaps the shit out of it.
Right.
Blew me up. I was like, great. Thanks for that. Dropped back in, and I was like, well, I'm not pissing about now. Let's get serious. So I called in one of those exosuits, like the mechs.
The mechs, yeah.
And the right arm's like a Gatling gun, and the left arm is rocket pods.
Yeah.
So I get that down. All right, here we go. We're cooking now. Jump in. I kill 3 of the little shitty bugs just with the Gatling gun, just to warm up. Just
get the barrels warm. Yeah.
3 of them down. Bang. Matey's turret that he's dropped next to me shoots my Gatling gun arm off.
Oh my
Immediately.
God. What is it? The autocannon turret.
Just blew it clean off. So I was like, right, just rockets then, is it?
Just a bit of splash damage there then.
Human.
Love it. I mean, that is just what happens in that game though, isn't it?
It's carnage, isn't
It's
it?
just there's just moments that happen in Helldivers that just don't happen in any other game.
It's so funny.
But it's hilarious though. It's you kind of just accept it, don't you, and just get on with it because that's just part of the game. It'd be so funny if there's 4 of us playing it.
Yeah, it would be.
Do you know
great.
what I mean?
Can't
And
wait.
we've all got like separate loadouts and things like that. Yeah. 100%. We should play some more of that.
100%.
Is it just Helldivers you've been rattling through?
No, I've smashed a load of Cyberpunk.
Oh, nice.
I've smashed loads of it. I did accidentally start the DLC. I didn't realise it was a DLC mission, but until the trophy popped, because they're just like sprinkled in, right?
Yeah.
So I've just stopped doing that now. I know which one it is, but I did the start of the DLC. So yeah, I've been absolutely smashing that. I won't really talk about it. I think we can probably just talk about it a lot when I've done it.
Yeah, fair.
And also, me and Amelia started playing It Takes Two.
Oh, excellent, man.
So
excellent.
Fun. It's so
Is this the first time you played it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's fucking awesome.
It's
isn't it?
bleak.
Yeah.
It's
pretty heavy.
as
It's pretty heavy.
Fuck, man. We were just creasing up because it's like when it goes. What's the daughter's name?
I can't
remember. It goes, but then it goes back to the daughter. Every time it cuts to the daughter, me and Amelia were like, "Oh my god, are you ready for this? This is going to be bleak as fuck."
This is going to be well.
And she's
heavy.
like, "Mummy, can we play with our monkey space baboon?" And the mum's just like catatonic on the fucking sofa, and she's like, "Okay, you must have another headache. I'll leave you alone." It's like,
it's just horrible, isn't it? It's absolutely horrible.
We were just like, "Oh, it's cutting back to her. She's going to be in the fucking kitchen lighting up some meth with a spoon."
Yeah. It's so heavy, isn't it, in places? But absolutely brilliant, like game though. It's so good.
Yeah,
How far are you through it?
Not too far. We've got we've just did the space baboon.
Okay. I can't remember whereabouts that is in the game.
It's not too far, but I love how it like jumps between cooperation and competition, like with the little mini games and stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It just adds that little competitive edge to some of the little sections.
Yeah.
It's so good. But like you said, the story is bleak in it, but it's
funny. It's well written.
It's them repairing their relationship, isn't it? Effectively, do you know what I mean? Like with the book and stuff like that. But I won't say too much on it because obviously I don't want to spoil it. But it's it's so good. I'm not surprised it won Game of the Year, like easily, and that's why I'm so excited for Hazelight's next game, because that
it's
just
got
looks
me really
like
excited.
yeah, it just looks like It Takes Two, but more mental
Yeah.
and just more creative.
Yeah, the voice acting
awesome.
in it's insane. Like, and the writing's really good.
Yeah, it's so real, isn't it? Like it's not. It's you can tell it's written by someone who kind of has been through that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how it
Right
feels
about what
like
you know.
in the game. Yeah, exactly. I love that, man.
Bleak.
I love that. I can't yeah, I can't wait to hear what you think of it after you've completed it, or played a lot more of it.
I'm excited.
Nice, man. Anything else?
No, that is about it. That is about it.
Nice.
What about you?
I've been playing Dragon Age, mate. Dragon Age,
yeah,
the
of
Veil
course you
Guard.
have.
Yeah, it's basically all I've played, pretty much. Did a couple of maps of Counter Strike, didn't we? And a little bit of Rocket League the other day, but yeah, I've just been ploughing on with Mass Effect.
With
Spoilers.
Mass Effect.
Same dev, isn't it? With Dragon Age, yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm not in love with it at the moment, but I do really like it. I think the combat is fine. There's some pretty annoying parry counters in it, and you sort of get quite easily overwhelmed by a few enemies. Yeah, to the point where you're kind of out of sync. So you go to parry one, but then another one will just hit you with an unparryable attack like quite quickly. But I'm only like 12, 13 hours into it. It looks beautiful. I'm into the story. I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I'm into it. I think I'm getting there with it. But it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's kind of like Mass Effect in the way it doesn't have an open world map. It's just got individual areas that you travel to, and they're like really big areas. You know what I mean?
Okay,
a bit like the planets in Mass Effect. But I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. It's really good. Carly very kindly brought me Metaphor Refantatio.
Oh, nice.
And I kind of made the mistake of starting it last night and just playing like the first 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, it's really good. It's just like fantasy Persona, and I love it already. But I'm gonna try really hard just to finish Dragon Age first before I get stuck into that.
I reckon you're not gonna.
I don't reckon I am either. I reckon I'm probably going to play it.
I reckon this is all a facade that you're telling yourself right now.
Well, I've got to change the discs over now as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like Metaphor's already in there. Might as well just play that.
Yeah.
Might as well just play that.
Might as well. It's fun.
Smash 80 hours into that and then just forget about Dragon Age. Now, I do want to finish them. It's just I'm just playing like 130 hours worth of game over 2 games.
Yeah.
It's just like not a good idea, is it?
Yeah.
It's my own fault. But that's it, mate. That's it for me. Nice. Just plugging away at some.
We got some good games on the go at the moment.
Yeah. Good selection, mate. It's a perfect time, isn't it? January.
Yeah.
It's freezing outside. Just stick the heating on, stay indoors, and play video games. Should we have some news?
Do it. Dun 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 dun. That's the Helldivers music.
I was gonna say. I mean, we have got some Helldivers news. So CES 2025. I can't remember what it stands for. Consumer Entertainment something.
Sausages.
Computer Entertainment Sausages 2025. Sony were there, and they announced a Horizon movie.
They announced a lot of
Helldivers
stuff.
movie are in the works, and also a Ghost of Tsushima anime is in the works as well.
That's exciting, yeah.
So I think we kind of knew about the Horizon movie, but a Helldivers movie was a bit of a surprise, really.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of lukewarm on these at the moment. Same. Because obviously I just don't really have a lot of faith in video game film adaptations.
There was also a very crucial word that was spoken when they talked about the announcement, and specifically the Horizon movie.
Yeah, was
in the very early stages of. Did no want to hear that?
Yeah. Don't announce it.
Just leave
Don't
it.
announce
Leave
it.
it alone for a bit. And also, I read in one of the articles related to this. It might have even been in the one that you linked, the GameSpot one by Darren Bonthus.
Yeah.
But they said what's also interesting was Horizon was originally lined up to get a Netflix live action series. But last year it was reported that the project wasn't moving forward due to workplace misconduct allegations.
Right. Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Quite serious then.
are they trying to like scramble those bits back together and turn it into a film now? Like all of that, I'm just a bit like, this just sounds like it's going to be doomed from the start. And the fact that they said very early, I'm just like, I don't know. Just leave it alone for a bit, maybe. But the Ghost of Tsushima anime, I think I'm quite excited about. That's got potential to be wicked.
Yeah. So this is the one that I was most into, as a kind of, you know, a different adaptation of the game. I think obviously the anime really leans into the setting of the game, etc., because it's Japanese and things like that. I also think you could tell like bite-sized stories or do a series of, you know, 10, 15, 20-minute episodes which kind of cover the story in a bit more detail and maybe follow some different characters that you don't get to spend as much time with in the game.
Yeah.
I'm definitely behind that a lot more. Yeah, 100%. Especially, you know, some of the animated video game adaptations that have come out recently.
Arcane was great.
So good. So I started watching Arcane. I've only watched the first episode, but it's fucking great.
It's wicked,
really
isn't it?
good. Yeah, the animation's ridiculous in it.
Yeah.
Castlevania's really, really good as well.
When you get to season 2, can you tell me? Because I haven't watched season 2. We should watch that together.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I probably will kind of plow it this week because I think the episodes are like half an hour.
Yeah, they're not.
It's only like 10. But yeah, loving it. And like, I've never been into League of Legends
Nor
as
have I.
well either. And I'm just watching this. I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. Like, just do more of this stuff. Yeah, Castlevania is great. I've heard really good things about the Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Well, there's cool bits like that in Cyberpunk. There's like anime,
like cutscenes and things like that, isn't
they're
it?
really good.
Yeah. The film stuff, I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, the Helldivers is just essentially going to be a Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's like gone full circle. But
yeah.
I did read a really good Reddit thread about the Helldivers 2 or the Helldivers movie, and people were like suggesting their stories for it and stuff. And
right,
because when in Helldivers, when you die, when you come back in, drop back in,
you're another
Helldiver, right?
Yeah.
You've got a different voice, and it's actually a different person. So they said they should just get an all-star cast of people, and just be killing them off constantly, and then just have another actor just drops in and then just comes out and dies.
That would be amazing.
Be so fucking. I don't know how you piece a story around that, but it's quite funny.
I mean, that would be fun though, because especially if they're wearing the gear, you wouldn't actually know.
You could just get the voice,
but by the voice,
you could just do the
really
voice. You could just be like, right, let's get like fucking 40, 50 actors, and they're not actually even going to do anything in the film. They're just recording a couple of. Some of them you could just get like drop in. It's Danny DeVito,
and they get dead straight away. Yeah, just killed immediately by a bug. yeah. That would be really good.
Oh, what's his name?
Really good.
Sean
Bean.
Sean Bean. Yeah.
Yeah, he just dies straight away.
Get him in and kill him off immediately.
He'd die straight away. I'd love that, mate. That would be amazing. That would be a great idea. I mean, I like, you know, it is obviously very influenced by Starship Troopers, and that I love that about it. You know, the satire, and you know, just how much it takes the piss out of itself
for democracy.
I think a movie could be really good. But you know, again, I've not got a lot of faith in it.
They'll have to lean more on the like automatons and stuff to keep it less Starship Troopers-y. But then also they're like not as good.
No, that's the thing. The bugs
just be Terminator then.
yeah. It's literally Terminator or
Or
Starship
War of the
Troopers.
Worlds.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Yeah. Those are your three that you're pinching from.
It's just going to be those three films meshed together.
Right, they did a new trailer as well, a new teaser trailer for The Last of Us.
And they announced a like real life thing that you can go to that's like a real life experience where you go underground and go into like the subway.
Yeah.
With all the infected. We should do that. We should do a live podcast episode where we go and do that.
Or just get a GoPro and just film it.
Yeah.
That'd be. I mean, I'll be well up for that. If they do one in London, yeah,
Definitely.
I'll be 100% up for that. You excited for season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just slagging off a lot of like video game adaptations. This is one of the few that actually was really wicked.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited for this. I absolutely loved the first season. Not minor spoilers, very, very major spoilers in the next sort of 2 minutes. So if you've not played The Last of Us Part 2, skip ahead.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
You've had
Spoiler
your chance.
warning.
So I loved the first season. I want this second season to kind of flesh out. You know, there's obviously the time jump between the first game and the second game. It's for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Right. I want this season to almost be filling in that gap a little bit.
Oh, okay.
With Joel and Ellie and Abby's story before Joel gets clubbed,
there.
before he gets golf clubbed to oblivion. I want to see what people think of that. You know, like spending a lot of time with Abby before
Joel goes teetotal.
Before she goes fucking mental on him. But I think that was the like genius of the game, is you're just like, who the fuck is this and why has she just killed my favourite character? And you absolutely hate her, and by the end of it you're like, totally get it, totally understand why she did that.
I've had this discussion with a few people, some who haven't seen anything about season 2, so it's quite hard to navigate that conversation without ruining anything. But
yeah,
it's really hard to do that in a TV show, and we've probably talked about it on this before. The power that the game has is it puts you in Abby's shoes. You literally play as Abby. So you're forced to empathize with her, and you're forced to see things from her perspective, because the game forces you into those shoes, which a TV show can't really do. It can just show you a new person and teach you about them and stuff, but actually making you care about them in a short space of time in particular is really hard to build out in, like, because there's so much, like, the timing of when it happens in the game, which they do in both of the games actually, is drop something on you early on that's like heartbreaking. It's hard to do that in a TV show because you haven't built up any care about those people. Like, it can be sad.
And that's exactly what I mean by I want this season to be.
You need that growth,
bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd almost be happy if, say, it's 10 episodes. If the 10th episode is the episode where she kills Joel. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I'd be happy with the episodes before, you know, setting up her as, you know, her dad was this amazing person, this like incredible doctor who was gonna, you know, at Ellie's sacrifice, save the world effectively.
Yeah.
And then you just see things from her perspective and build up that care for her character.
But then
the season 3 is going to leave you in a situation that the game does at the end, where when you're playing as Ellie, and you're absolutely battering each other, where you're just like, can you just stop? Can both of you just stop?
You also lose then, which I do think you have to do for the sake of it being a TV show, but you also lose the unraveling of like the mystery a little bit of learning.
Yes, that's the only only
backstory.
downside. Yeah.
But
so I'm intrigued how they're going to do it, man.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. The trailer was like 45 seconds, and it just showed like it was one of those really good trailers that just shows enough, but also stuff that wasn't, or that I couldn't remember from the game. Like, it looks like the town's going to get attacked by like.
They've also drip fed in bits of part 2 into the first season of the TV show, right? So season 1 of the TV show had things from the second game in it.
Yes, yeah.
So they're not strictly following the
No. Do you know what? As well is I loved the season, but I actually preferred the first sort of 5 episodes because they strayed from the game a lot more, and the last 5 episodes were very much beat for beat. This is what happens in the game.
Until
it's
you
David,
learn.
It's the Fireflies, it's the snow area. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they've also not been scared to add new bits in, right? Like, because you learn why Ellie is immune in the TV series,
exactly.
but you don't ever find that in the game.
Unless you play the DLC, isn't it? The Left Behind DLC.
But even then it doesn't explain that she was born when her mum was bitten. And
the
umbilical was cut so the infection didn't take full hold or whatever.
That's a very good point. I'm excited, man. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I can't wait. First season was excellent.
Yeah.
And
looking
forward to seeing more of it.
Exit in spoiler territory. Spoiler unwarning.
Right, last piece of news. Just more of a segue, really, but the Mass Effect 5. So, I mean, I guess it is technically the 5th Mass Effect game. I don't know if it's going to be called Mass Effect 5, but it will have a Paragon and Renegade system, according to the lead developer.
Nice.
So, Mike Gamble, project director of Mass Effect 5 and executive producer at BioWare, took to X/Twitter to discuss the original trilogy's Paragon Renegade system, following questions from fans about whether or not having all this Renegade content was worth it, given most people played Paragon. And to paraphrase, he basically said, well, yeah, because what's the point in having Paragon?
If there's no...
Yeah, like...
That's
the
like
choice
saying...
is there.
That's like saying... Is all this sad worth it? Because everyone just wants to be happy.
Yeah.
Why don't we just get rid of the sad?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't work.
Exactly. Doesn't work, unfortunately. You gotta take the rough with the smooth, pal. But
Rain and the rainbow, you know?
Dolly exactly. Parton. But he put, it would be meaningless if Renegade had not existed. He added, the ability to choose is stronger than the number of people playing any option, in my opinion. Which I agree with.
Yeah.
I agree. Choice is good. And like Mass Effect did that really, really well as well, the Renegade and Paragon.
It was always a really big feature of it.
There's like some of the Renegade options are mental in Mass Effect. I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you ever did a Renegade playthrough, but there's a really annoying news reporter that tries to always interview Shepard about like what's going on, and he's like, if you're playing Paragon, he's just like, look, blah, blah, blah. He's really diplomatic about it. He's like, there's fucking aliens flying around, blowing planets up. Just chill out.
Yeah.
The Renegade options, if you follow it down, he just ends up punching her in the face. Yeah. He literally just punches her. And he's like, I'm sick of you. And he just fucking lamps her in the face. Like, absolute fucking arsehole. So...
Different game, innit?
Yeah, different. Yeah, it's a completely different game. And all the dialogue's different. I just think also it just encourages a second playthrough, doesn't it?
Yeah, because people do Paragon runs and stuff and Renegade runs and like all sorts.
Seeing how it affects the different characters and the choices you make, I just think. I mean, to be honest, I actually forgot Mass Effect 5 was in development because Andromeda wasn't great. I kind of just assumed that they wouldn't look at doing another one for a while. As far as I've seen as well, this is going to take place during Mass Effect, like the original trilogy as well.
Redemption arc.
So, yeah, exactly. Redemption arc, if you played Renegade, you have to go and make up with a news reporter.
Funnily enough, little bit of Cast Reflect lore. One of our first ever episodes on our pre-Reflect podcast, the Loot the Truth podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Was on that Mass Effect game.
Andromeda.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. And I because I remember spending ages saving the video clips and clipping out the audio of like some of the voice lines because the voice lines were so
I remember.
bad.
Yeah, they were really, really bad, weren't they? Yeah. I mean, that game suffered quite a lot at the start. It did. I bet it's all right now. I bet it's not even as bad as people remember. But it got me thinking, mate. Mass Effect 5, big sequel. The Mass Effect trilogy's an all-time great for me.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best trilogy of a video game. But I thought sequels, Are they better usually than their predecessors?
This sent me on a rabbit hole, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Because there's a lot. Because there's 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s.
Exactly.
There's all fucking sorts. There's all sorts.
I have two answers to this question because I think I've found a little nugget in there.
Okay.
I think there's a sweet spot between 1 and 2 where sequels are 99% of the time. Yeah, you could call it a 1.5. But sequels, 2s are generally better. And I think that's probably because they've put the game out. There's some like really solid stuff in there. People love it, but there's a lot of feedback that comes from that first game.
Yeah,
and this is probably going to get less common.
I mean, it makes
sequels are less common in general
sense.
because, yeah, exactly. I mean, sequels are less common now because of live action games and stuff like that. But the idea is they put out one. Community says, yeah, this is great, but this would be a bit better. And then they put out 2.
Yeah.
It's a natural
improvement, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It makes complete sense. But then I think when you start to get your 3s, your 4s, your 5s, whatever.
Yeah.
It's more
so which are technically sequels, aren't they?
They are,
you
yeah.
know, 3 is technically a sequel
and
too,
sometimes
right?
then like greed sets in, boredom sets in of ideas, like it becomes regurgitated.
Complacency.
The same sort of content. Yeah, exactly. So not all sequels are better. But I think most 2s are better.
Yeah, okay. Well, have you got some workings?
Oh,
here?
I got workings. And I've even got some examples, which we can get to in a bit, of ones that aren't 2s that aren't as good. There's actually quite a few.
Well, I'll start with Mass Effect, as we're on the topic.
Mass Effect 2,
infinitely better than the first one.
Amazing.
Mass Effect 3, not as good.
Not as good.
Just not as good.
Mm.
But overall, great trilogy. But, you know, Mass Effect 2 is you know, one of the all-time greats.
Do you want another example of a trilogy that did exactly the same thing?
Uncharted?
No. I was going to say
I think that's more...
Uncharted? I mean, that's thrown me off. That's controversial.
Just as if you look at it as a trilogy...
I think 3 is better than 1.
3 is definitely better than 1, but I prefer 2 to 3.
Yes, but 3 is better than 1. So the sequel's still better than the original. It's just not as good as the sequel to it. Yeah. So what are we doing? This is why it fundamentally broke me doing this, because I was like, what are the rules? I've got something here that I don't even know if it's a sequel.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You start throwing prequels in.
I know. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? So, anyway, Just Cause.
Yeah.
Just Cause 1, people liked it. It was good. Just Cause 2, everyone loved. Wicked game. People went mad for it. Just Cause 3, people didn't like it.
Exactly. It just happens. I'd say, yeah, you're right. Usually, you know, Assassin's Creed's a really obvious one. 2 is so much better than the first one because it's just built on, you know, what they'd already set, that kind of thing. Like all the kind of mechanics and things, the environments, everything, which would make logistical sense, right?
Yeah.
Like the game that's a sequel to your first game should be, in theory, better than the one before it.
Yeah. I have 22 examples of this.
22?
Yeah.
I've got about 5. Well, I'm going to finish mine quick then.
Go on.
So Half-Life 2, better than the original game.
Correct.
Both amazing,
that's
but
on my
just
list.
better. Portal 2,
yeah, also on my
better
list.
than the original game. Red Dead Redemption
2,
which is a bit of a weird one. I'd say Red Dead Redemption is better than Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's different, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I prefer Red Dead 1 to Red Dead Redemption 2, but I can see why people, you know...
But that's technically Red Dead Redemption 3. So...
Well, yeah. So a weird one is BioShock, because...
Got that on mine.
The first one is, like, one of the best video games ever made. The second one isn't actually made by Irrational, is it?
Doesn't matter, it's a sequel, surely.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a weird one. But you prefer 2 to 1, do you?
I think so.
Oh, nah, I can't be having that. Can't be having that. I mean, it's subjective. It's up to you. It's up to you. And then Infinite was better than 2.
No.
So that one fluctuates.
No.
You don't like Infinite? I loved Infinite. I thought Infinite was great.
Never finished it.
Resident Evil. Resident Evil's got an absolutely wild.
But this is what I mean. When a
arc.
series goes on for so long, it's just going to fluctuate up and down after a while.
Yeah. But that's the fun.
Resi's a great example of that.
2's better than 1.
Yeah.
3's worse than 2.
Yeah.
4's better than all of them.
4 and 2 probably similar.
Yeah. Okay. 5 is fine. 6 is terrible. 7's brilliant. But 7's also a really, really important sequel for that series because of what it did.
It's the game
because it revived. It revived the franchise, didn't it?
And
that
it fundamentally changed the main part of the game.
Yeah. Which was ballsy.
It doesn't happen often, does it? And doesn't happen often and successfully as well.
No. Another one I had was Arkham City.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
I don't think that's a better game than Arkham Asylum. I don't. I think it's just personal opinion, but I love the isolation of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But also, they're both fantastic games.
That's what I was about to say. It doesn't mean that the other one's bad.
No, we're just being like subjective just to have a chat, aren't we? Go on then. What you got? So you got a mega list here.
Left 4 Dead 2. Better than
shout.
Left 4 Dead 1.
Good shout.
Silent Hill 2. Better than Silent Hill 1.
Yeah.
Do you remember the game Medieval on PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
Medieval 2 was better than Medieval 1.
Never played Medieval 2.
It was better. Gears of War 2. Better than Gears of War.
Yeah, okay.
That is a fantastic... I mean, we'll come on to that later, but that's up there with...
I still never played it.
Halo 2, better than Halo 1. That's another series that's had a roller coaster.
Yeah, that has fluctuated.
Like a lot of the later ones didn't go down so well, especially when they came out.
Yeah, definitely.
Uncharted 2 we spoke about that a little bit. Red Alert 2.
Oh, that's a fantastic shout, mate.
It is a
man
fantastic
after my own
shout.
heart there. Man after my own heart.
Yeah.
It's the best Command & Conquer game.
It is, yeah.
Straight up.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yeah, love it.
Better than the
love
original.
It, mate.
Saints Row 2.
Good shout.
Better than the original, but again, the third one fell on its arse.
GTA?
Yeah, I just avoid putting GTA in it because it's just like, well, that's a journey.
It's just mental, isn't
Dead
it?
Rising 2.
Mm.
And the fourth one fell flat on its arse.
Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Did you ever play that?
I didn't. No.
The second
one
was
game?
Yeah. Well, no, it's it's like a Diablo clone, but it's all Marvel characters.
Oh, got you.
Then it's like co-op.
No, I never played that.
I used to love it back on the 360 days, but the second one was better. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, way better.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Rainbow Six Vegas, mate. That's a classic.
Yeah, and the second one was amazing. And I left number 22 on my list. It was the most controversial Last of Us Part 2.
Ooh, that's a tricky one, isn't it?
It is, and I only put it in there for a little bit of baiting, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both masterpieces, but I would always, if I had to replay any of them, I would always replay the first one because I just think it's a tighter story. Do you know what I mean? I think it's just a better overall experience, but I could see why people would pick the second one.
Yeah,
love it.
That
mate.
makes my list.
I mean,
there's a lot in there. There's a lot of twos in there as well, and I am biased because I was looking for them. But
are we going with twos are better than ones then? Pretty much.
Twos are better than ones, but twos are better than threes, and usually fours. Two's your sweet spot.
Two's your sweet spot. Three's usually decent. 4 can sometimes fall by the wayside. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, but there are examples of bad twos or worse twos.
Yeah. Well, hit me up.
Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Again, I know it's a sequel, but it's not.
Correct.
It's not Miyazaki.
That
is it?
was the agenda. So don't know.
I'm not questioning it. I'm just getting the facts out there.
I got a couple of controversial ones. One controversial because people probably don't agree with it, and the other one controversial because I'm not sure if it's a sequel. God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, I'd say that's a sequel because it's a sequel to like a reboot, isn't it?
That wasn't the reason that was controversial.
Why?
That's just because I thought people loved it. I
like Ragnarok.
I don't think it was
definitely
as good as the first God of War of the remakes.
I mean, I think God of War 2018 is the best game on PlayStation 4 anyway. I think it's the best game that console has. So it's hard to follow that up, isn't it?
Right, Bloodborne.
I just think, yeah, good point.
Subnautica Below Zero.
Oh, that's a fucking brilliant one. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Not as good as Subnautica.
Definitely not. But then, it's a sequel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not called Subnautica 2.
That's what I mean. That was why that one was controversial. Cause I was like,
it's not called Subnautica 2. That's actually coming out this year. So,
yeah.
Don't know if we can allow that one.
Okay. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2.
Yeah. Shit game.
Way worse than the first one.
It's not a good game, is it?
Really?
The first one's not even that good, though.
It's all right.
The first
I enjoyed it.
It's one of those.
It was in my top Star Wars games. What are you talking about?
You'd play it now, and it would just, other than nostalgia, you'd be
time.
like, "This is." You'd have a great time for about 10 minutes, and then you turn it off. Is what happened.
My last one.
I think
my last one is a big one for worse sequels that are worse. Dawn of War 3.
Okay, yeah, fair. That was when they changed the like building and the units, right?
And everyone
was that when it? Did they make units individual again?
No, more like had like hero units and less building, and the hero units had like abilities. It was a bit more like a MOBA, and everyone was just like, "This isn't the game we wanted." So that's also like an example of the opposite of Resident Evil, where they did something quite ballsy, tried to change the like basic, something quite fundamental to the game.
Yeah,
and
it's like Command & Conquer 4, isn't it? Like Command &
exactly.
Conquer 4 is like that. Just remove one of the key elements of the games. I mean, I'd argue like Dragon Age Veilguard for big Dragon Age fans is like that. You know, they changed.
Well, they've done that before. Dragon Age 2 was like that.
I mean, 2's are better than 1's. Then are we in agreement?
For the most part, yeah. I would say 9 times out of 10.
I mean, it's good. If you got any, email them in. There's so many. When I was looking into it, I was like, even things like Sonic and Super Mario, like Super Mario World.
Yeah, I didn't even want to start touching on those.
Yeah, I looked at Final Fantasy and I was like,
what are we talking about?
You could do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 1's not as good as 2, but 3's better than 5, but 5's actually just not quite as good as 7. But then all 9's good in it. It just gets fucking stupid. Yeah. And then you're just talking in numbers.
Yeah,
no one understands what the fuck's going on.
So 9 times out of 10, 2's are better than 1's. 9
times out of 10, 2's
has some
better
numbers
than 1,
for you,
and that is the main topic.
That's number jam.
Well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? That was a bit of fun. Anything else to add to that, mate?
No, I think it was quite a fun one to look into. It did start breaking me a little bit, and
it was a laugh.
But it was quite exciting to look down through some of the best sequels in the past.
Yeah.
And some of the worst.
Yeah. And some of the worst. Right, should we have a guessy game then?
Let's do it. And I heard you loud and clear. It was a little bit too easy last time. Nobody was happy with the Astrobots. So we got 3 games. They get harder as we go along. You know the rules. 10 guesses. The earlier you get the game, the more points you get. Total of 30 points. And your high score now is 24 to beat.
That's good, isn't it?
It's good.
That's a good score.
Good. So you ready?
Let's do it.
Game number 1, clue number 1. It's first-person shooter.
It's going to be something so obscure.
No, they're not that mad, but they're just not as easy as Astrobot.
Perfect Dark.
Incorrect.
Fuck it.
Clue number 2, multiplayer.
Quake 4.
Incorrect. Clue number 3, we can start narrowing it down now. 2 teams.
Halo.
Incorrect. Clue number 4 is since becoming free to play.
Ooh,
that's a
since becoming
it's a nice
free
clue,
to
that
play.
one, isn't it? First-person shooter multiplayer, 2 teams since becoming free to play.
It's got to be Counter-Strike 2.
Incorrect.
Fuck!
Clue number 5, 6 points here. I mean, you have to get this and a perfect score in a minute to keep up with you.
I don't think that's.
Clue number 6 is competitive play. I'll give you context
Overwatch.
there as well. It's like, that means like esports, competitive play.
Right, okay. Overwatch?
Incorrect.
Oh, it's going to be... Because we did sequels.
Oh, that was clue number 5, sorry. Clue number 6 is 9 character classes.
This is so obvious. It's not Overwatch.
No.
Overwatch 2?
Incorrect.
Oh, fuck off. What is this?
Clue number 7's going to come in clutch for you. I can feel it. Clue number 7 is Valve.
Why is my... I said Counter-Strike 2. No, 9 playable classes. Team Fortress 2.
Correct. And it's a sequel.
I knew it would be. When I said Overwatch, I was like, I should have gone with Overwatch 2. Team Fortress 2, mate.
Team
Oh,
Fortress 2.
That's devastating, mate.
Wow, you wanted it. Yeah, you wanted it a bit tougher. That's 4 points.
I didn't want it a bit tougher.
That's 4 points. So if you get both of these on 10, you've tied.
No pressure then, and they get harder. So.
And they get harder. Game number 2. You ready?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Clue number 1, platform game.
I'm thinking the theme is going to be sequels because of the episode.
Well, don't gamble on there being a theme, because I actually put these together before the episode, so...
Oh, okay.
Before I knew what the episode was going to be.
Platformer, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking narrows it down, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's
go
basically what clue number 1's like, isn't it?
Celeste.
I mean, it does narrow it down. If you want to get cocky, it really does narrow it down from all the games ever.
I'm not getting cocky. I'm getting shitty.
What do you want to say?
Celeste.
Incorrect.
Celeste.
Clue number 2 is...
He's loving this. He's absolutely loving this. His little face, he hasn't stopped smiling through the entirety of this entire section.
They're not hard. They're not that hard. Clue number 2.
We'll see how you get on the guessy game. We'll
Never
flip
playing
reverse
it.
it.
Never playing it.
One day you will.
I'm the presenter, mate. That's just how it works.
Okay, that's fine.
Clue number 2.
Right.
3D platformer.
Fucking hell.
Platform game. 3D platformer.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Wow.
Done it.
Yeah, he's done it.
Fucking have a bit of that.
Wow, that's 9. I mean, you can't tie, but that is impressive.
I needed that. I needed that.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy on clue number 2. Clue number 3 was Outer Space. 4 was Star Festival. 5 was Star-Shaped Sentient Beings. Clue number 6 was Rosalina. Clue number 7, Shigeru Miyamoto. 8, Wii Remote and Nunchuck. 9, Mario. 10, Galaxy.
They narrowed down so quickly. When you got to clue number 3, outer space. I'm like, if I didn't get it on the second one, I think I probably would have.
It was impressive you got it on that one though. Also, I didn't give you the ones that you didn't get for Team Fortress 2. So you had 8, 9, and 10. 8 was sequel, 9 was team, and 10 was Fortress. So you're on 13 points.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Game number 3, action adventure game.
Breath of the Wild.
Incorrect. Game number 2, PlayStation 2.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Incorrect. Good go. Game number 3, platforming tasks.
Platforming tasks. Ico?
Incorrect. Clue number 4, stylish combat.
God of War 2.
Incorrect. Clue number 5 is hack and slash.
God of War 3.
Incorrect.
Fuck off!
Action adventure, PlayStation 2. Platforming tasks, stylish combat, hack and slash. Clue number 6 is letter grade.
Letter grade?
Yeah. As in Resident Evil, at the end of the level, you get a letter grade.
Oh. Okay, yeah, got you. Oh, shit. What is this? Is it a Ninja Gaiden game? I'm just gonna go with Ninja Gaiden 2.
Incorrect. You're flirting around the area though. It's nice. Clue number 7 is Capcom.
Oh fuck me. That should narrow it right down.
It should.
Oh fuck it. I can't think of a Capcom platformer.
I think you'll get it on 8.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just pass.
Nice. I like it though. We don't usually get this deep. So
No.
clue number 8 is Dante.
Oh fucking hell. I don't know which one it is though. I'm just gonna go with Devil May Cry.
Correct. So it's Devil May Cry.
Nice. Oh, that's so obvious when you said Capcom. I knew there was like an IP I just couldn't think of. That's alright, that's not too bad. What was that in total?
That is 16 in total.
That's as long as I'm getting over 15, that means I've on average answered it by like the halfway point.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
it's
that's
good.
fine.
And that last one I knew you'd struggle with, but I knew you would get it eventually. Do you want to guess at what clues 9 and 10 were?
Devil.
Yeah, that's clue 9.
And then Cry.
May Cry.
Oh,
actually.
so you just did include the full title.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
Just in case you hadn't got it by that point.
Excellent stuff. Well, it's great as always. I mean, that one was definitely trickier than the last one.
Yeah.
But I like it, man. I like the challenge.
Well, they got to get trickier because if you're going to start playing them 2-player with guests or with Adam, you've
Oof, spoilers.
well, you know, just other people are going to play them at some point. Then you're going to have to get used to them not all being games that you've played, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's got to be
absolutely.
an even playing field.
Yeah, 100%. But there's games that I know of that I haven't really played. Do you know what I mean? Like Devil May Cry, I've never really played a lot of it, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Love it, mate. Love it. Nice one. Thanks for that. Thanks for that humbling. After last time.
Hope the listeners are happy, all right?
Yeah. You happy now, guys? Yeah. Happy? Right, what you got out this week?
It is us playing Rocket League. It's a
Excellent.
compilation from videos from a while back, to be honest, but it took a while to sort of get them together. There's a really good one. It's called Being a Menace, and there's a really good one in there of me accidentally saying Jigglypuff instead of Jigglypuff, and we found it fucking hilarious.
That is funny, though. Jigglypuff. It's good.
Yeah,
it's like little B grade Pokemon that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, Poundland Pokemon.
Yeah, Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff plushie. Nice, mate. I always love the Rocket League videos. They're always they would just make. Whenever I watch those, I just want to play it immediately.
Yeah, there's some good bumps and stuff and demos in this one as well.
Yeah, nice. So you're the demo king, mate. You're the demo king.
That's what they call me.
Love it. So I sat on Loot the Truth this weekend.
Yes, it is. Check it out on YouTube.
I want to shout out Charlie's YouTube channel as well, because I actually forgot to do it the last couple of episodes, but it's just the Gaming Duck Pond on YouTube. Charlie's a listener of the show, and he plays. We play a lot of games with him, don't we?
Yeah.
And he's got his own YouTube where he does the highlights and things like you do, Con. So yeah, that's the Gaming Duck Pond on YouTube as well. Socials, heytherereflect@gmail.com if you want to drop us an email. Or make any suggestions for anything that we've spoken about in the podcast, and we'll give you a little readout.
Tell us we're wrong about sequels.
Yeah, always. Blue Sky, Hey There Reflect, Instagram, Hey There Reflect, all the usual bits. We're slowly becoming a little bit more active now on socials, which is good. I'm going to start uploading some clips and stuff from games that we've played and screenshots and things like that. So it's all good fun, mate. It's all good fun.
Love it.
Other than that will do us this weekend. So thanks for joining, Con.
My pleasure.
And thanks as always for listening. And we'll see you all in episode 72.
For the end of this episode, my goodbye, can you please edit in just a little clip of NSYNC where they go, ba ba ba. Cheers.
I'll do my best, mate.
Thanks.